Say my name! Say my name, say my name. If no one is around you, say baby I love you. If you ain't running games, say my name, say my name. You acting kinda shady, ain't calling me baby. Why the Daddy? Zordia! I've made a breakthrough. After uncountable days and nights, I finally hearkened to the crystal's whispers. And I must say...
Professor Claudian, where are your manners? While I understand all too well your enthusiasm, I must remind you that even the most academically inclined prefer a composed recounting of events.
Yes, of course. My apologies, Zordia. Being consumed by my research for so long, I'm afraid I have quite forgotten how to engage in civilized conversation. Ahem. In that case, perhaps we should start from the beginning, with a crystal set adrift upon the ethereal tides, containing the memories of a party yet unknown. They cried out for deliverance from Pandæmonium, where the ancients kept volatile creations under lock and key. You yourself witnessed the power devouring the facility from within, and the advent of a divine monstrosity wrought of mythic beast and powerful mage. Fortunately, your martial prowess and the combined magical talents of your companions Themis and Erechthonius were sufficient to restore order to the circles of Asphodelos, but the greater threat remains. In the depths of Pandæmonium, a presence yet stirs, its intentions and identity shrouded in mystery. That is the issue at hand, is it not? Very good recap. Since you returned to us, we worked tirelessly to discern the nature of the crystal. In the process, I detect an anomalous etheric signature, which I believe arose from the memories stored within. Analysis of this pattern suggests a feeling of loss or yearning, specifically the yearning to be made whole, and indeed, ambient readings have revealed a faint but identical signature. This can only mean that another such crystal exists in our time. Oh? So, my friend, I must depart to search for it forthwith, by tracing the matching etheric signature to its source. I believe it will be a simple matter to find our crystal's twin. Professor, will this expedition be carried out only by us, or will Zordia grace us with her presence? I'm afraid she has more pressing matters to attend to, my dear Rusinod, namely to seek out the secrets which lie nestled within Pandæmonium, where this all began. From all that we have heard, it appears that time traversal from the Crystal Tower is not fluid. That is to say, one can but travel in predetermined intervals. It would be prudent to check in on occasion in case there are any unanticipated changes. As for you, my loyal assistants, I would ask you to remain here and continue cataloging the ancient creations. You can't mean... Do you intend to search for the crystal on your own? Why, yes! That would be the most efficient use of resources, would it not? In fact, I have already commissioned a ship and pilot for that very purpose. I trust you to take good care of the laboratory in my absence. You're gonna die, bro. I apologize for that somewhat abrupt departure. When progress is in sight, Professor Claudian tends to become blind to all else.
Indeed, and he has been worse than usual. While I cannot fault him for his excitement, I do wish he would spare a thought for those around him. For reasons unknown, the crystal seems loath to be overheard, much as it spoke only to you last time. None but the professor has been able to capture its ethereal yearning, which has served only to convince him that he can solve this puzzle on his own. Surely, after some time alone, he'll come to remember how valuable we are. The search for this crystal seemed to be a simple enough matter. Let him have his adventure, and upon his return I'm certain he'll be back to his usual self. As for you, Zordia, it may be best to return to Pandæmonium, as Professor Claudian suggested. Speaking of which, I did have a request of my own to make. Traveling to Pandæmonium requires you to pass through Elpis, correct? There is something I would have you investigate in my stead. While those creations confined within Pandæmonium are considered to be failures, I doubt that's their whole story. Barring exceptional cases, they must have been under observation in Elpis before being consigned to their shackles. And if we know anything about the ancients, it's that they would have kept thorough records of their results.
Brilliant. Delving into those records may shed light on creatures Zordia has yet to encounter, if your theory proves correct, that is.
While there is no guarantee, it certainly beats the current strategy of rushing forward blindly with only her strength to carry the day. For your own sake as well as ours, please unearth what information you can.
I got you.
Ah, Themis!
I missed you! How have you been? Oh, I did not expect to meet you here of all places. I know, me too. Happy to see you, Themis. You seek records of Pandæmonium's creations. Master Themis has just finished perusing the very same. I should not be surprised that we both arrived at the same conclusion. Luckily, I have saved you the trouble and gleaned what information I could. Thank you, Themis. You are the best. Ah, so you know each other. I was dreading having to once again scour the archives, but perhaps instead I'll rest for a spell. If there's nothing else, I shall take my leave. Yes, take your leave. Go. Get gone. As should we, for I have undone the warding sigil blocking the entrance to Abyssos. I came here merely to chase an idle suspicion while awaiting your return. Fortunately, while Pandæmonium's protective wards continue to be assailed by our unknown foe, there have been no fluctuations so great as to make me doubt Erichthonius' capacity to keep watch over Asphodelos while I'm away. He works diligently to master interment, that he might deliver the creations back to their cages by his own hand. I thought it best to give him time to hone his craft. And since fate has brought us both here, I would ask you to accompany me while I tend to another matter, more idle suspicion that I would like to chase down. Rest assured, it shall not take long. I simply have a few questions to ask an acquaintance of mine. Come, he has agreed to meet us near the Neus to Pandæmonium. As I have pondered our expedition into Pandæmonium, I could not help but be mystified by how strongly the warders we encountered felt for La Habrea, whether it be for good or ill. Hesperos and Erichthonius were two sides of the same coin. The former looked to his mentor with absolute devotion, while the latter looked to his father with bald hatred. I would not expect a familiar such as you to understand this, but such extreme emotions toward a single individual are quite rare indeed. Naturally, I feel gratitude toward my mother and father, and we were all equals in the larger picture of the star. Are we gonna talk about your family? This view is not unique to myself. It is more or less accepted as the way of things. By contrast, the researchers of Pandæmonium seem to view La Habrea with a feeling approaching obsession. Whether driven by love or hate, they have all been drawn to him. There were many other aspects. Have you seen him, though, Themis? Have you seen him, though? I can understand. There were many other aspects of the facility's particulars I found troubling besides. I decided the best course of action would be to go straight to the source and pose my questions to a member of the wards of La Habrea. Hello. My apologies to have kept you waiting, Master Themis. I understand you are conducting an investigation of Pandæmonium and wish to know of its origins. Indeed. In particular, I wish to know why exactly Pandæmonium was built directly under Elpis. The facility is overseen by the wards of La Habrea, after all. Why keep it so close to Elpis, whose governing body has no say in its day-to-day operations? At first I thought it to be simply a matter of convenience. Those creations which were deemed failures by the researchers of Elpis could be easily ushered into their new homes. Imagine my surprise when their trip to the archives revealed that many of the creations were sent from organizations beyond Elpis, including from the wards of La Habrea themselves. Given this, albeit limited, information, I cannot but feel that the Academia Anider would have been a more fitting locale. What does Elpis have that cannot be found there? These are fitting questions, and ones we have asked ourselves many times in recent years. Alas, the nature of Pandæmonium's construction does not lend itself to relocation. When first it was built, circumstances weren't as they are now. As you surmise, the majority of the creations kept within Pandæmonium were sent from Elpis. And as the years passed, interest changed. Failures in creations deemed too flawed even to submit to Elpis paradoxically drew the attention of Pandæmonium's researchers. That is quite the change. In fact, it almost runs counter to the facility's original purpose. Who is it that decided which creations will be the subject of research? Master La Habrea. Such authority is reserved for the chief keyword, and he has taken it upon himself to step into that role. So if Pandæmonium's resources were being misused, it would be under La Habrea's authority, correct? Oh? La Habrea still up to no good? I know not what you're suggesting, but the key wards also hold some sway within the facility. Not even Master La Habrea would be free from their scrutiny. They are duty-bound to report any irregularities as soon as possible, although I admit as of late their communication has been somewhat sporadic. We but recently received a report from one of the key wards stating that all is well within Pandæmonium's halls. What? Where's Ericthonius?
Really? And you are certain that a key ward sent it?
Yes, of course. Our communications suffered a temporary obstruction, but I can assure you, the wards did their due diligence in confirming the identity of the sender.
Thank you. This information will be helpful in my investigation. That will be all for my prying.
Then I shall take my leave. While you are yet permitted to conduct your investigation freely, I must remind you that the warders' work is delicate, and it would be remiss to disturb them for longer than necessary.
Okay, we're still gonna bother them.
All is well, a blatant lie, and to that we can both attest. One of the remaining key wards is most certainly in league with the party behind this. Let us hurry. I know not why our adversaries sent that report, but it is plain that we must return to Pandæmonium with haste. I cannot guess as to why this false report has arisen now, but it certainly bodes ill. As is the knowledge that our mysterious mastermind has at least one more key ward to puppet. Regardless, they have tipped their hand, and we would be remiss to leave Ericthonius at the mercy of their machinations. Let us hope no harm has befallen him.
Uh-oh. Ericthonius!
Not quite. I've traced these sigils countless times, yet still I lack the strength to maintain the spell. And now time works against me. I can no longer be victim to my own ineptitude. What? Who goes there? Who the frickin' heck is that?
Heh. There is something to be admired in such single-minded effort, even if your methods leave much to be desired. You allowed this familiar to catch you unawares. Have you set your sights so high as to forget you walk upon the earth?
I don't know whose voice this is, but I'm giving them this voice.
I know this creature, a familiar of the Phoenix, but that monster is locked away.
That it is, in spite of the trouble I went to in freeing it, I might add. Begrudge me for addressing you in this ill-fitting form if you must, but with control of Asphodelos wrested from my grasp, 'tis simply the best I can offer you.
Hide if you will, but mark my words, I will find you, and make you pay for the chaos you've sown, and I will kill you.
Now, there is no need for such hostility. A calm heart stays the course, the wisdom of La Habrea, your father. Dun dun dun!
And how would you know what wisdom he speaks? I've heard those words many times, the scolding of a tutor whose students struggle to grasp the most rudimentary lessons, seething with disgust. No.
Wait, what? Yes? No?
I've not told that to anyone, not even key ward Hesperos. That can only mean one thing. That still you insist on mocking me.
Is this La Habrea?
Stop this farce, La Habrea!
Oh?
At last, you move to keep up. Pity that you remain behind nevertheless.
Wait, what? No! What you doing to your son?
What? As ever you are, always you fail to learn, fail to understand, fail to act. And though fate deigned to offer an escape, you remain here. You are bereft of magical prowess and common sense both.
Is this heartless La Habrea?
But you need not despair. Dull though you may be, you are yet indispensable to Pandæmonium's great experiment. Ugh! There's the affection I remember. Tell me, did I ever once measure up to your expectations? You shall. Take pride in that, and rejoice to see your wish fulfilled. What? What wish? Come, and all shall be revealed. All this rage, this hatred is but a consequence of ignorance. Our desires align more than you know. What are you?
La Habrea's heartless. What the heck did you do?
Uninvited guests join our reunion. It seems fortune no longer favors you.
No longer favors you?
What? Do you think I have any interest in listening to your prattle, let alone bowing to your will? I'm no longer a child, and my fate lies with those who have earned it. Like me. I've earned it. So these are the heroes who brought Hesperus low, even as power divine flowed through his veins. 'Tis plain there are worthier subjects to contend with. And there it goes. Just what was that familiar after? Thank you. If it had shown up even a moment later, I shudder to think what would have become of me. There's something I must tell you. I know who's behind this. There is but one person who can hold thrall over familiar creation and keyword alike. Ericthonius seems to have quite the story to tell. Perhaps we should lend an ear. And so there can be but one conclusion. La Habrea was the driving force behind this chaos from the start. This is a red herring. There is logic to that. There are few with wherewithal to even consider experimentation on such a scale, let alone the capacity to create demigods from man and beast, with the rest of us none the wiser. Considering the magnitude of his work with the convocation and the words, his relatively minor role as chief keyword comes under little scrutiny. Even as it provides him the authority to wield dangerous magics, it may serve as veil and mantle both. Still, I find the notion hard to accept. The misdeeds perpetrated here could not have been done by the La Habrea I know. You've met him, yes? Do you think he is capable of this? What? I only know tempered La Habrea, okay? La Panera bread. Oh god. Bruh, La Habrea is capable of far more than you know. It's still too early to say for certain. But he was tempered. That's the thing, right? He was tempered. All of them were tempered. So, like, he could be... I feel like it's still too... Like, I feel like this is a red herring. It's not him. Ericthonius's, you know, grip on, like, how much he hates a Panera bread. How much he hates Panera bread makes this so sus. It truly is a puzzle with many missing pieces. Still, I see you do not deny outright the possibility that La Habrea is a man with few scruples. That alone should be enough, but let me assure you, La Habrea holds nothing so dear as his own ambition. While he may not be one to let emotion stand in the way of his mission, I cannot believe there are no depths to which he would not stoop. Although we met but briefly, the impression he left on me stands in stark contrast to your evaluation. Though his methods are ever unorthodox, they seem guided by a firm understanding of what is just. He has a heartless. There is a heartless version, or there's a nobody version of La Habrea out there. And that's the La Habrea that we know. There is one way to find out for certain. We delve deeper into Pandæmonium and pull back the curtain on this mystery ourselves. A wise course. I would not deny the truth if I saw it with my own eyes, even if it was discomfiting to behold. Then we must move forward with no excess of caution. La Habrea, or whomever is behind this, has likely spread their tentacles into every corner of Pandæmonium. We can safely assume that the other keywords will greet us with open arms. Agreed. Let us make our way through Abyssos, one careful step at a time. I shall stay by Ericthonius' side, in case our enemies think to target him again. Could I trouble you to take the vanguard? I got you. Leave it to me. Thank you. As a precaution, I shall safeguard you with a simple spell. This will ensure that even should we become separated, my phantom warriors will still come to your aid. If it does come to battle, the keyword's magics will put us at a disadvantage once again. Luckily, we have you to even the scales somewhat. I trust you shall be liberal with your weight. I shall. Just what is La Habrea planning? And what role do I play in his schemes? Judging from the demeanor of that familiar, there is little doubt that our enemy has a tight grip on Pandæmonium and its denizens. We will be vulnerable. Oh, I hope we're not all separated. That wouldn't be good. Wait, how do I increase background volume? In chat. Okay. Proto-carbuncle. Okay, I'll do it when I'm out of cutscene. There we go. Ooh, this music's great though! What? Wait, am I pulling Sakat? Is it me? Am I main tanking? You take, okay, go? Okay. Wait. Okay, music! What? 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 I'm like, I don't, oh, okay, you're not moving, okay. I don't know what I'm doing. What? What? Okay. Okay. I don't remember, what do I do, what? I don't remember I don't remember how to take. Bro. What are the tells? I can't tell what the tells are. I'm guessing over here is fine. We're fine over here. This music is great! I'm getting Evanescence vibes. Searing Ray. Oh. Okay, go off electric guitar. Get that solo. Excuse me? Go do it, Luna! Hear the off feeling? I'm glad to hear it. Oh. Is it eating the... Oh no. Yeah, green! Where is north? I'm like, where's north? I'm like, where's north? I'm assuming go here. Okay. Cool. Ooh, I really like this is a banger. What? What? Hello? Concentration be real, man. Oh, I should be away. Oh, what? I almost accidentally killing Frizz. What does that mean? What does that mean? What? Huh? Okay. Alright. Makes sense. Okay, music! Oh, shoot, well, Well. Dynamite for the song. The music is so good though. Oh jeez. Well, I'm dead. I was so close to being alive for the I was confused. Well, I would have died there if that had kept going. This music! They made it, finally. Great job, Ericthonius. Great job! We weren't too late. So this is the measure of the keyword's power. So this is where research is conducted on creations imbued with poisons and venoms. Ericthonius and I were conveyed not far from here. It seems our foe is finding it more difficult to surprise us. Fortunately for you, since they appear particularly keen to see you dispatched as quickly as possible. We got this. I only died once. Even alone, you are a force to be reckoned with. Part of me is glad you emerged victorious, that I might observe you further. Oh, it is him! It's Laha Panera Bread! Were the circumstances different, I might thank you for keeping my son alive for this long. But I believe we can forego introductions unless I have misread you. It you! Laha Brea, I'm all too familiar, Paragon. Am I supposed to know who you are? Wait, I can't, but... No. I'm gonna go with this. Poppy Bread. Daddy Brea. Lahi Brea. Laha Panera Bread. I like Panera Bread. Panera Bread's kind of sticking. I'm all too familiar, Paragon. A charming appellation, but I'm afraid I hold no such position. No, I am Laha Brea of the Convocation of 14. If you truly are who you claim to be, then answer this question. That can wait. Panera Brea. Ugh, what is this? No! How dare you? Now this is curious. The trap I wove at your feet reacts to aether, but you remain unaffected. Such thin aether, and in an unfamiliar composition besides, it is of no matter, I suppose. A more direct approach will beget the same results. I would advise you to think carefully before deciding your next action. Strike me down here, and Ericthonius' wish shall remain unfulfilled. Never again shall he meet Athena. Why are you holding your wife? I don't even know if you're married. Person. Why are you holding Ericthonius' mother captive? Mother! You would dare hide behind her name! Listen well, Ericthonius. We are of the same mind concerning your mother. You have your allies for protection, so what harm is there in hearing me out? Ericthonius, wait. There is a question I must needs ask first. If you truly are Laha Brea, why speak such blatant lies? Oh? It's a farce! It's a farce! Bitter in defeat, are we? Say my name. Oh? It is heartless! A simple request. Themis, was it? A trifle soon forgotten as you are. Oh, what's the answer? I have my answer. The Laha Brea that I knew took pride in the convocation, would never suffer its denigration. You sully his station with this farce. Who dis then? Themis, what are you saying? Laha Brea, I hardly saw eye to eye, but I know his voice when I hear it. Has he never seen his own father? Indeed, he makes a passing fine imitation in appearance and manner. However, the real Laha Brea would never call me by the name Themis. It is a farce! Was I right? Am I right? Who? What trouble have you gotten yourself into, Elidibus? Did he just change? Wait, what? Imposter. You have no right to claim that form, that mask. Oh, okay, this is a different... I was, like, very confused. So it's this Heartless. Oh, hello. What? Who? I knew it was an imposter. It was an impasta. See, Laha Breadman is okay. Oh no, he's... Not my type, Prinny, but you can have him. 'Twas a mask that sickened me to wear. Who's this? The mask of Laha Brea, a man who values his position above all, who would murder his own wife in pursuit of duty. Wait, what? Yet you would assume my name and wield powers that are mine by right. Any worth you have hinges on that which you so despise. Such trite provocations, I will not be goaded into finishing this ere my work is done. Who the hell is this? Is he the brother of Athena? Hephaestus! Erechthonius, listen well. I am Hephaestus, and it is I whom you should call for— Whoa! 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 Wait a minute! They're a triangle that I don't know about? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait. So, I mean, they have the same hair, so it makes sense, but... Wait. I'm gonna keep going. Then you just leave! I need the tea! What in the name of creation? Are you Erechthonius, you were adopted by Laha Brea? We would do well not to stand idle while our enemy is about. I believe an explanation is in order, Elidibus. Just return to safety so you may provide it. Ah, that sounds more like the Laha Brea I know. So is he not your father? Wait, Nani? Before we depart, however, I must offer you an apology. Why? As Laha Brea said, I am Elidibus, one of the convocation and emissary of their will. This I already knew. This is not news to me. I'm more concerned about the fact that Erechthonius has two fathers right now, and Athena's just been playing the board. I'm gonna act surprised. Oh wow, you were Elidibus. Oh my gosh, I totally didn't know that. But more about the other dad, please. For reasons which do not involve you, it was necessary to hide my identity while investigating this place. Still, that hardly excuses my deception. But which one is the real dad? Who's the real father? Well, you say, I had a feeling. Whatever your name is, you're still Themis to me. I know a thing or two about deception myself. Aw, but this is kind of cute. But I already knew, so I had a feeling. Your perceptiveness does not surprise me. When the time comes, it shall make my explanation all the easier to understand. In any case, we have pressing matters to attend to. Let us do as Laha Brea suggested and return to the gates. We can speak there. Is this Athena? Please, help him. Save him. Save who? Save what? Hey, Laha Panabrea. Laha Panabrea. I see Elidibus has chosen to keep odd company. Such a vexing composition of aether you present. Rude! And here I was gonna be on your side of the daddy conflict, okay? I was gonna be on your side, but the butt guy who just left is the real dad. He seems like the kind of one who kind of guy that would do all those mean things. If you buy a fancy grocery store bread, it's most certainly La Brea. Butt bread, the best bread. True. It's the bread that spreads. Serious face. I still don't understand. I don't understand about your fathers either. As you are aware by now, I am known as Elidibus, after my dear friend Azem and I detected irregularities in Pandæmonium, we decided the best course of action would be to hide my station as I conducted my investigation. They were dear friends! I am sure La Habrea as well is eager to find out why I hid who I was, so I shall save that story for later. First, I would like to speak of you, my friend. Although neither Azem nor I had ever met you in the flesh, you came with her highest recommendation. That alone was enough for me to accept you as an ally without question. That somewhere in the world, a guiding star so similar to herself was out there amused Azem to no end. There was not a shade of doubt in her heart that you would be a formidable ally. Ah! Furthermore, I've heard stories of Mistress Vana, who held the position of Azem previously, journeyed with a familiar much like yourself, that made the decision to trust you all the easier. That was me. She, too, now dons the white robes of an advisor. If she placed her absolute faith in you, I knew I would be in capable hands. Aware though I was of the path you had walked, I had no interest in exposing you. I merely wanted to meet you, to travel by your side for a while. Gut-wrenching. I may know but a small portion of your whole story, but that is enough for me to believe you would never lead me astray. I wanted to tell you that. Oh, now I'm sad. Elizabeth's just climbing higher and higher on the daddy list. True. I admit my own grasp on what just occurred is somewhat tenuous. Doubtless La Habrea can elucidate matters for us. This music gets me every single time. I love this song. I don't know how long it's been since we last spoke, La Habrea, and truth be told, I had hoped we never would again, but I see now that I was a fool to think I would ever escape your meddling. Just what is that thing that called himself La Habrea, and why is he the spitting image of your younger self? See? Heartless! He's your Heartless! It's Xemnas! He even has gray hair! He's Xemnas! No, not Xemnas, he's Xehanort! I find it hard to believe you've only just now found out such a being was wreaking havoc in Pandæmonium. Did you think matters would simply sort themselves out? Suppose you deserve at least a cursory explanation. I was well aware of the anomalies occurring within Pandæmonium, including the fact that Azem and Elidibus had taken it upon themselves to investigate. I saw no reason to insert myself into the situation, for a time, that was. Imagine my surprise when instead of a formal report from you and yours, I received a communication from one of the keywords stating that research and operations were proceeding as usual. While Hephaestus' deception was almost childish in its simplicity, it became plain to me that your grasp on the situation was slipping. So you knew his existence from the beginning? But his father... Okay, let me just keep going. I can hardly imagine that you would suffer another to masquerade as one of the convocation, or without good reason at least. As you well know, the name La Habrea is but a marker of my station. 'Tis not the name I was born with. What is your name? Hephaestus has claimed that for himself. I cannot fault him for it, as he is my other half, in a matter of Are they brothers? He knows all that I know, my equal in every way, yet within his heart is naught but greed, envy, and desire. All the emotions that we are loath to acknowledge within ourselves. If what you say is true, what purpose would such a being serve? So he isn't He is the product of experimentation gone awry. A reminder of the days when I was yet young and reckless. I thought him sealed away for good, but it seems time has a way of unearthing the shame we bury. Oh! So it is, yeah. Kind of. It's an experiment. So it's interesting how the other one called himself father. Like I'm your true father. When he spoke of my mother, he looked at you with venom in his eyes, blamed you for her death. Tell me, was he right to do so? He probably blames himself. His words were but the ramblings of a tortured mind. The hatred and despair he endures has warped his view of the world irreparably. He didn't answer his question, though. La Pandæmonium. And now that he has awakened, he must be put to rest. If he succeeds in breaching Pandæmonium's protective wards, she'll invite disaster onto our star. As chief keyword of Pandæmonium, it is my duty to decide the proper course of action. As such, I declare that all research shall be summarily abandoned and the facility destroyed. What? You would leave the other warders to their doom! 'Tis a choice befitting La Habrea. Do you disagree? You speak of duty, and ours is to guide our star and its inhabitants upon the correct course. It is no surprise that you would choose annihilation of Pandæmonium if its existence posed even the remotest risk to our people. Yet as you can see by Ericthonius' response, the decision is somewhat more nuanced than that, as Em and I grappled with this conundrum for some time, in fact. Hey, that me. That is precisely why I chose to involve myself directly. It was the only way I could truly determine the best solution. Ooh, get involved, get involved, get involved. And you need not trouble yourself with that further. The chief keyword must prevent the worst from occurring, no matter the cost. Your feelings, Elidibus, are of no consequence. Have you taken even a moment to consider another path? No? Zordia, is it? A being of such aether as I've never seen. What are you? She is the guiding star that shall lead us safely through this. Thanks to her, stout arm and steadfast courage, we have subdued the mythic creations and returned them to their cells. Speaking of which, I would hear your opinions, Zordia. As outsiders, we are in a unique position to look upon circumstances with our vision unclouded by attachment. It's too soon to give up on saving the others. La Habrea can't be trusted. What was that you said about being an emissary? I'm gonna go with, the third answer. What was that you said about being an emissary? That's brilliant! Elidibus the emissary may speak on our behalf. Should he judge our approach the more sound, even La Habrea would be compelled to listen. As Elidibus, I am duty-bound to assess the matter from a position of impartiality. My opinion as Themis can carry no weight. You understand what that means, yes? I do. Even so, you've walked with us all this time, seen what we've seen. Based on that alone, I trust that you'll find the best way forward. Very well, then in my capacity as emissary, I shall state my judgment. At present, there are merits both in destroying Pandæmonium outright, and in taking time to rescue its researchers. Neither is yet an impossible task. Therefore, I judge that the most measured choice will be to continue upon our present course. We delve into Abyssos, interring any mythic creations we encounter along the way. You have yet to witness Zordia's might and Ericthonius' resolve. I would ask that you see our capabilities firsthand, and only then decide if our endeavor is futile. If such is the will of the emissary, then I shall obey. However, if indeed I find your strength to be lacking, I trust there will be no objections to the immediate destruction of Pandæmonium. You needn't worry about that. We won't fail. You are bolder than I remember. Show him what for, Ericthonius. And you're even more tedious than I remember. Zordia, come find me when you're finished. Ericthonius is understandably frustrated, but if we are to conquer Abyssos, we must go forth with clear heads. Pray lend an ear to his troubles, that their weight might be lightened. Despite recent developments, our plan remains unchanged. Pray call me Themis for the time being. It shall put us all in the correct mindset, and in fact, I may be coming to prefer that name. Aww, sad. You've done all you can with words, only your actions can convince me now. Bright as a star, I'll wait so patiently all this time. What's Arcage? You grew up playing EverQuest and went from that to Final Fantasy XI, and then when 14 1.0 released, it felt like the same kind of system but built up a little bit more. You're not a fan of WoW's style gameplay. Got it. Okay, that makes sense, Reina. You have my gratitude. It'll fit as I am to show it at the moment. Without your words to sway him, La Habrea would have carried out his plan without a second thought. When at first we realized the creations flipped their bonds, the other keywords did all in their power to restore order. Even though they could have chosen escape, they remained to aid their allies. I'm certain not a soul among them would wish to see this facility erased from the world, and they don't deserve to be abandoned simply for carrying out their duty. And besides, Hephaestus has secrets yet untold, secrets that would be buried if Pandæmonium were reduced to rubble. I mean to uncover the truth behind his words, the truth of my mother. While La Habrea was quick to dismiss his claims, I failed to see what Hephaestus would gain by fabricating such a story. So La Habrea's real name is Hephaestus. Correct. Okay, thanks, Nakarumi. All I was told of my mother's death was that she perished in an accident. No one would say more. It was almost as if they feared saying more, in fact. Even if it was not La Habrea that dealt the fatal blow. We've seen with our own eyes how quickly he can condemn others to die. I only wish to know at last what befell her. What do you think, Zordia? Does the Lawbreaker you know have any regard for the lives of others? Will he carry out his duty with another's blood on his hands? He always was a man who worked from the shadows. He once used my ally as a vessel for his own twisted ends. I have no idea what he might be like in this age. I have no idea what he might be like at this age. This age? Just how long has it been since you last met? Regardless, I'd like you to try and view him as he is now. Another opinion would be much appreciated, but it is plain there is much to consider. Thank you, Zordia. It's easy for me to get carried away by emotion, where he's concerned. We should focus on the task at hand, proving to Lawbreaker that we are capable of saving Pandæmonium and its keepers. The most convincing way to do that will be to regain control of Abyssos. Although I'm loath to admit it, he would know more about those depths than any of us, seeing as how we require every advantage we can afford. Zordia, would you speak to him for us? He seems to have a special interest in your capabilities, and may deign to help at your suggestion, if only to see what you can do. Researchers of different layers seldom contact one another unless work is involved, and I know next to nothing about the keyword of Abyssos. Any morsels of information Lawbreaker can offer would be a boon. Ericthonius appears to have a deep trust in you, and Elidibus tells me you share some relation to a Zem. Your unusual aether does not mark you as a familiar. It is unlike anything I have seen, even among the countless concepts I have observed. To think that I would encounter an existence I could not create by my own hand. Azem never ceases to surprise. Hand on hip, the previous Azem was much the same. In taking the entirety of the star into consideration, she came to hold dear emotions and people that a more logical mind would have discarded. This made her act in her own self-interest more often than not. Just as you and Elidibus have conducted yourself in this matter, the true danger of Azem's nature is its tendency to infect all those she comes into contact with. Emmett Selk said much the same. Trust that I shall do naught that would violate my duty. And yet you so frivolously invoked your authority as emissary to justify this little excursion. It matters little, however. Only your deeds can speak for you now. You wish to know more about Abyssos, I take. Although I no longer have control over many of its functions, I can yet sense what creations lie within. The chief keyword's reach is far indeed. Well then, what do we have to look forward to? I sense no creations of note. Perhaps they have been made into fodder for experimentation, or perhaps they have been transferred to deeper circles. Yet Hephaestus would never allow you safe passage. He has left a trial for you to overcome. I speak of Hegemon, keyword of Abyssos. Although her presence is stained with marks of corruption, it is unmistakable. I knew her as a woman gifted in magic and blessed with a highly logical mind. While I can sense those qualities within her still, there is something else at work. If I had a hazard to guess, I would say that's because she's already been twisted into a Hemitheos, doubtless against her will. Zordia, Themis, we must rescue her from that cruel fate, and if we cannot, we can at least seal her away, until we find a means to undo the damage. Your allies make you bold, Ericthonius. Very much look forward to seeing how far they carry you. He's gonna take offense of that. Hand on hip. This father-son duo. Hey, okay, I unlocked the sixth circle. Hegemon was a woman of reason and logic. She would never be swayed by Hephaestus' wretched schemes. I hope she was not made to suffer over much. That does not change a strategy that has served us so well thus far. Bring Hegemon to heel, Zordia, and Ericthonius and I shall inter her when the time is right. Now we prove our strength. Only then can we free the other warders and unveil the truth hidden in Pandæmonium's shadows. I wonder if that lone DPS was waiting for so long. Time for some hard music? Oh, I can't wait. I cannot wait to hear this. Oh? I used to have that haircut. That was my haircut when I was like 7 years old. 7, 8. Hemitheos, Hegemon. Oh! Okay! Oh! Sakat! Sakat! Yeah, freaking Evanescence, what the hell? Of course it's you, Sakat, I see. Oh. I'm assuming I can't stand here. Oh, well, that's lovely. Love that for me. Bruh. Oh, what? What does this, what does this, what does this do? What does this do? Okay. What was I supposed to do? Okay, this song's a banger, man. What does that mean? What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Oh, what? Confused. Confusion. Okay, so it's the opposite? Okay. Oh shit, Shiwakabaru! Sakat killed me! I'm freaking serious, Sakat! You! Oh jeez, oh jeez. Oh jeez. Oh jeez. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Song, I know, I am concentrating on the song. The song is so good though. Three, two, okay, I'm here. Ah! Still don't get it. I still don't get it. I'm still confused. By the arrows. Oh god. Oh! I was that would have confused the heck out of me. You should be nice to me. You should be nice that I gave you a commendation after killing me so many times. I could sense from here that Hegemon has been contained. The effects of Hephaestus' tinkering is even more dire than I had imagined. As is to be expected, Erechthonius appears quite pleased with our victory. We've won! The key ward is sealed away and alive this time. La Brea can't deny us now.
Tomorrow